setting up. We setting up.
Woo! We're gonna add some really dope intro music to this
Yeah.
because
I forgot. Damn, I can't look at the camera. She took the camera away from me.
oh, you can't be looking at the camera the whole
I'm sorry. I gotta
time.
look at the camera. All right.
Anyways, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are watching a brand new episode of Fingers to Fist. I am your host, Chainsaw Chelly, and we are here with my producer and the creator of Fingers to Fist, Azar Diehard. I'm really happy to be here. Today is a very special episode, but before we get into that, let's just tell the people where we can find each other on social media. You can find me on Instagram and everywhere else as Chainsaw Chelly. You can also find me on X as Indoctrinate. That's NDKTR and in the number 8.
Oh, so me, you can find me on YouTube right for now. On YouTube, it's Fingers to Fist Production. More vision, no, it's Fingers to Fist Production. My fault. It's Fingers to Fist Production, right? That's where you can find me at right now.
All right, perfect. So today I had the privilege of watching a movie. It's an independent movie. It's a documentary. It's created by Matt Walsh. If you ever have heard of him, he is a political commentator and producer and movie maven. He makes a lot of different theatrical documentaries, and this time he did one called "Am I Racist?"
Actually,
Are you racist?
no, well, yeah, I'm racist. I mean, I am. When we running a race, my fault.
Oh, you're into racing. Does that make you a racist?
No. I know we running a race, so basically, it's like you know what I mean. I'm cheering for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyways,
But at the finish line, shit, it's all a race. It's all you know what I mean. We all we did it. Okay.
we we had a good time in the movie. It was actually a really short film, and there was a lot of things that were brought to light in the film. Let's try not to spoil it for anyone.
I'm not.
Basically, if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, you should go see it before you watch this video because what we're about to talk about is heavy and it's deep, and we're going to discuss what we just watched. Now, I'm going to give you guys a moment to exit out because you guys need to go see this movie. It was starring Matt Walsh, and it was produced by Ben Shapiro, one of Candace Owens' favorite people. And if you know anything about Matt Walsh, he's a very funny guy, and he did this kind of like Borat style.
Yeah. So that's what I was talking. So I went in there thinking that he was going to be Borat, right? Borat 3. You know what I'm saying? I don't know 2 point. You know what I mean? So I expected he was going to be outrageous. Like even Tom, Drew Barrymore's ex-husband, Tom Green.
Oh,
So I thought they was going to make people feel uncomfortable, and what this was a little different. This is like I thought it was going to be more comedy, but his comedy was like subtle. You know what I mean? And he didn't. For me, I wanted him to push it. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's see. Let the people see how absurd they are. You know what I'm saying? When you do absurd things, but I mean, he kept it. He kept it tasteful. That's what I mean.
tasteful. Yeah, I would definitely say he played it safe in this movie.
Yeah.
He played it safe. I was waiting for him to call these people out, to point out the hypocrisy. And for the most part, he was very easygoing and gentle on these people who are very misconstrued and like just mentally like confused. He brought to like this movie. Okay, Matt Walsh, first of all, can you hold this for me?
Okay,
at the end of the movie, I did start like clapping. Nobody else was clapping, but like I did start clapping because the plane landed, and I was very proud. As a pilot, he really did a good job directing us towards the destination he wants us to be at, but he like also stopped a little bit before fully explaining where he was taking us. If that makes sense. We got into the movie, we went for a journey, and then he left us. But it was a good journey.
Yeah. So in some way, no spoilers, but there's a thing he said in there. He was like the work, right? So he kept on saying the work, right? So basically, like what I really appreciate is the work, not the commentary, but the work, right? So so basically on this journey, he could have went. I'm like, nah, do more work, right? You know what I mean? but at least it was some work, right? So I'm ready to go for a thrill ride. You know, and I guess that's what America cinema, you know what I'm saying, put us, you know, give us an expectation. Like, you know, it's ups and up, you know. So but he kind of shot, he did a little bit, but he shied away from it, right? Because I'm not sure if he did a genius. He's like, I don't want to be a buffoon in doing it, right? So in that part, it was genius, right? You know what I'm saying? And so basically, like, and then he didn't want to get you too involved in his own emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. The entire setup of the movie, like if you're a politically minded person or if you're paying attention to today's news, you're gonna know what like kind of where he was trying to go with this. But like that's because we are already inclined to this. If you're just a random onlooker and you're not familiar with Matt Walsh's work or anybody in this like political media machine that's out there right now, you would just think, oh, this is going to be like someone telling us what we already know. We're all racist. America's a racist country. And he's going to teach people how to navigate this difficult thing. That is literally the most common thing amongst, I'll just say it. I'll just say it. It's the most common thing amongst white women who want to rectify, history in a way. They definitely are leading the conversation on what work needs to be done, and they put themselves then in that victim role as being, just at the end of the day, as a black woman, right? I don't benefit from these conversations, and I certainly don't benefit from racism. And to think and to be so like what's the word, to have so much hubris and self-centeredness to assume that something I could do could change the fabric of this nation in such a small way as like an Instagram post. It's really conceited. And he really, what you would have thought was, if you went in, you would have thought, oh, this movie is going to be for white people to learn how to do better. No, it was more of an analysis on what doing better looks like and why is it that it's white women leading the charge and leading the revolution on what it looks like to do better if they are in fact racist. It was a lot of women in there on one hand saying that they're trying to do this and trying to protect that and trying to repair this and give reparations, but at the same time, he didn't say it. He showed it. Everyone at the forefront of the movement around Black Lives Matter, reparations, equity, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, everyone who's in that realm and wants to be in that bandwagon and do right by people, like that's an honest, that's a nice notion, but he showed how it actually became wrong and misappropriated by people who no one asked to do this. Anyway, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no, no, no,
I
no,
just
no,
I
no,
just
no,
have to
that's
get
good. No,
that.
no, no, that was good. Like,
I had to get that out.
so I want to elaborate on what you're saying, but it's spoilers, right? You know what I'm saying? So
It's okay. They by now, if you're still watching this, by now you should make sure you just turn it off and watch this back later because you are going to love this movie.
what I so the, like when I said his subtle stuff, right? So it's not an outright laughter, right? But if you see certain things, right? So basically, there's a part, right? And so it's like he kept on saying like, there's all these people that's telling us what to do, right? Or have their problem, or have a problem with say racism, right? But if you talk to them, they don't stand on morals; they stand on money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody, so there's a whole bunch of people, right, giving advice, but they like, give me money.
It's
Right.
motivated, right. And so that's actually something that I also want to address, right? Now, okay. I know I'm a black woman. You don't have to remind me, but I'm often reminded, like pretty much every single day, someone makes sure that like I am reminded, like that of the fact that I am who I am. And if you ask me, has anyone ever came to you and said, please teach me how to? No one has ever came to me and said, what can I do to, how can I? And even if they would come to me, I would say all you can do is like work on yourself. Like I don't have anything to give you tangibly other than Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is probably as close as you can get. And in this movie, all of the black women and people of color and white women who were at the charge fight at the taking on this responsibility to educate us all of us, because we're all racist, right? Because this country is racist, right? That's how it went down. That's how it went down in this documentary. Okay, those women are profiting largely off of the uh, victimization of innocent people who have not done wrong to anyone but want to do better. And taking advantage of someone who wants to do better for profit is inherently disgusting, possibly evil if I were to be so harsh. Um, and that was very disgusting to watch. As much as you think like, oh no, they're here to they have a noble cause. They have
missionaries. We call them
missionaries.
missionaries.
They have something to say of value, something to add of value, something to contribute to raise awareness for. They just want to wear the woke hat. And I get it. I'm here in Hotep headquarters
It's
right
not Hotep.
now.
It's not Hotep.
This is
She
Hotep.
thinks-
Look
she-
behind me.
No, she thinks it's Hotep, right? But this is knowledge headquarters. So basically, it's like, the magic. I say the magic's in yourself. So I'm gonna love myself before I love anybody else. So wait. So basically, we don't call it. When we go outside, we don't call it ice cream territory. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Meaning like, so like apple pie, right? So America is apple pie, right? We don't call this apple pie territory. We call it what they're doing. So and the whole thing in the movie when they say I'm racist, right? So basically it's like, yeah, but you forget, I'm racist because I love myself, right? So once you teach me, no, hear me. So once you teach me how to love you, I'm like, well, I love you, but I forgot me. So in the aspect is like, okay, I can't. Why should I feel guilty about loving me? But that's what they teach you. So basically, all right. So you saying you're a black woman, right?
Yeah.
So basically,
Am I?
I mean,
Am I?
well, no, not really.
Are we sure about that?
Under law, under law.
Are we even sure about that?
So you proclaim yourself, right? So basically, when somebody puts you on a banner, right? They force you on a banner, right? So this is the whole thing. This is America. This is apple pie. This is apple pie, right? So apple pie labels shit that they don't understand what it is, right? So teaching somebody how to be a black person, right? Right. But you haven't told them how to be a person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's like, no, look, first be a person, right? Before you get thrown. So it's like some people like they get in a sport, and that's all they are, sports people, right? They really have nothing beyond sports, or some people getting jobs or status, and that's them. But it's like, no. Who are you beyond basically, like, your title? Who are you? I mean, because you're so up above, right? So it's like, these people don't even go to the bathroom. They have people, say, mess with your mind, like, they don't piss. They don't, it's like, it's like, looking at like a back in the days, a king or a queen, right? Because you never go to the bathroom with them, right? You never see them. You're like, these people don't even go to the bathroom, right? These people are special.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But on the real, it's like, nah, they're just like us.
Absolutely. This movie, this documentary, I would say it highlighted just how young this country is.
No.
This movie highlighted just how infantile this country really is. And don't get me wrong, it is being in our infancy stage, it's kind of awkward, and we're like toddlers at this point. Yeah. We're just terrible twosing it out and crashing and screaming, trying to burn it all down. However, we can also forgive ourselves for that and have mercy on ourselves as a nation and still have pride in being who we are. The fact is, though, that this movie highlighted the fact that there are really no major differences among us, but that the Zeitgeist, if that's too big of a word for y'all, Zeitgeist has inserted these labels that are very specific and exclusionary to the point now that people are taking it to heart. And I get that we've made mistakes, you know. I mean, if you ask me, one of the biggest mistakes this country did make was like giving citizenship to black slaves. They should have sent them back. They should have let them go back, like Marcus Garvey said. He's in here too, ain't he?
Oh no, but
Is Marcus
no,
Garvey
that's
around?
Yes, he is. He is, right? So it's not
He's
the hotel.
somewhere here.
Yes,
But
he's over there, right? So basically,
he's over there.
Yeah. So basically, is this right? So basically, like, so what people don't understand is like the slaves, right? Was what came over from work. So that's Irish and all that, right? So they you know the whole thing is to make you think that like it's just you. It's like nah, it was everybody, right?
it was
Right,
everybody
yeah.
because this
So
is the nature of this country.
yes,
Now here we go. Now here we're getting into the deep shit because that's what this movie was like a little taste. It was a little taste. It wasn't even the full. This guy could have gone hard. He could have stood up and pointed at these people and said, "You are what's wrong. Your way of thinking has convoluted what it means to be a person." In the same breath, and he alluded to it, but he did not exactly say it. In the same breath that these folks he was interviewing and meeting and talking to would define themselves as black or white or whatever they are, he also kind of alluded that those are the same, like as much as you want to be non discriminatory and colorblind, which is, you know, a thing, you know, he's alluding to the fact that these people want to help is divisive in itself. Trying to inherently like double down into the racism by propping yourself up as better than the racism is where the division begins. Now, I'm not making excuses for people like on certain gangs and organizations that are, and you know, certainly hateful groups. I'm not making excuses for hate groups.
So wait. So what group is a hate group?
I would consider, so that's actually funny. Or what is a hate crime? I would consider a hate group someone who believes in the eradication of another race. Someone who believes in genocide or believes in killing them all would solve the issue. If you are a part of that group, I say this to you. Ending capitalism actually might be the better option, and you should consider that. However, if we don't have a system in place to replace capitalism, don't discuss this with anyone. This is not worth it. You know, I don't have any plans to start a civil war or fight for you know, a country as confused as this one in particular. But know that being, you know, on the right side of history doesn't even fucking matter in the present. Why are you so obsessed with the future when you are here now? Focus on bringing each other closer instead of saying you're a victim, she's a victim, we need to help her, because that only reinforces the negative construct of racism.
So not to interrupt, but that goes back to
No, I'm done. Yeah, go ahead.
So that goes back to when you say, you know, like you like people tell me, you know, I'm like, hey, why would you care about them, right? No,
people do tell me I'm not black enough, or I'm not black, but some other people do tell me I'm black.
No, but what I'm saying is this, right? Why would you care, right? So this is what I've seen in real lifetime, right? In the bigger picture, right? I'm like, well, there's things happening all over the world, right? And to different people. Right. So what I think America doesn't do, right, doesn't show you the big picture. Right. So basically in the movie, you know, I saw Roots, right? And they show Roots.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a subliminal, you know, saying thing to me, right? Because this is the first time like I seen a nigga in chains. Right. You know,
right.
like, you know, I'm like, yo, look, I lived here my whole life and I never seen, that what y'all talking about? Yo, I never see none of that. Right. But here you go trying to make me believe and something that, you know, I'm like, nah, and my people don't talk about that. So basically, it's like, look, you once again, you trying to sell me, you hustling, right? So to me, everybody's hustling. It's all a hustle, right?
Oh, they changed the word from hustling to grifting. Haven't you heard? Yeah, we're grifters now. We're on YouTube Live. We're on YouTube Live. We're grifting just like the rest of you guys out there. Look, actually, I wouldn't even say grifting because we're not making any money off this, but we are spreading awareness. And if that can be grifting, it is. It
Well,
is what it is.
I just think we talking, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, so I'm not
We're
trying to get
more than talking.
Yeah, so I don't
We're
really,
more than talking. We're discussing the actual issues in this country
Right.
and then versus the world. We're
Right.
actually this documentary brought to light a deeper conversation, which is actually about American culture. It's not even just about if you walk away from this movie and you're just like, oh, I'm not racist and there's nothing wrong and like this was a funny little movie, you kind of missed it. Like it's not saying that I'm not saying that you are in fact racist. I'm saying I don't even know you and you don't even know yourself.
But you remember the part like so remember the part when he got that card? So, spoiler.
Oh, he
No, no. Wait, right. So basically, he got the card.
Spoiler
right?
alert.
When he's talking to the three guys, right? So it was so the people that you expecting to be like so racist, right? Weren't racist,
Mm-hmm.
right? But here he go when he got a card at the authority, right? He's trying to tell people what to do. Like, yo, you know what? You should feel. So basically, like it's like, okay, you should hit yourself in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he did self-flagellation. That was oh my gosh. Something must have happened because he did not want to do it. He should have let that girl
No, see,
self-flagellate.
but the point is the point. That's the point. The point is like he was like, stop blaming yourself, right? And then, you know the whole point is like we all live in this victim mentality, right? And I don't see it, right? So to me, like when you say I'm racing, I'm like, yeah, I like to win. I'm racing, right?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't.
He's
understand.
a racist because he likes to win.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
I don't
That's the
understand.
truth
Yeah,
right there,
like
because
I want to win.
capitalism has us all in a barrel like crabs in a barrel. Okay, let's be 100% right now. Okay, we got people climbing over each other just to get to the top, and the top it leads to fucking nowhere because even at the top, there's another top on top of that top. Okay,
So that's a joke. So basically, I'm like, yo, how do I get a barrel? See, the point is we don't even think about that. We like, we're grabbing a barrel. I'm like, yo, how do I make a fucking barrel?
right,
Right?
exactly.
See, the point is we're looking at the wrong thing, right? We're always complaining about something and not seeing the bigger picture. Like, yo, they got barrels. If you go anywhere in the country, right? Anywhere on this planet, right? There is I say so. There is a hierarchy everywhere you go. Everywhere is making economic, economical money, right? And they have a system. It's not cash, but they have a system, and you got to respect that. Like, well, what made you come up with that? They were like, well, it was necessary. So when you understand necessity, right? And necessity is like, you know what? I got my family. I have to take care of my family, right? I don't want to see. So I don't blame any man or anyone for taking care of their family.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You can't. You're like, yo, look, I had to do what I had to do. When you understand it, it's like, yo, nothing's given. To me, it's like the world of nature, right? The world of nature says, listen, uh, um, I'm gonna bring a wolf or a lion, right? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever animal come, right? And you like, yo, all I got is these. They're like, yo, nah, yo, look, you're gonna get chalked. Shit. So now you gotta be smarter, right? But not just against the lions, right? The weather may fuck you up. Now I don't got no more food.
Right. I would say, okay, first off, I want to say hey to everyone watching on live right now. Hey, Chuck Luck, come join us on
Hey, Chuck,
YouTube,
what's up, man?
sweetie. Hi. Super awesome. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, look, I get you. All right. ASR, look, we are supposed to be about community. We are supposed to be about family. We are supposed to be, in my opinion, personally, a Christian nation, or at the very least, a nation of law and order. And if it's not God's law and order, it better be very close. Because for me, the word is the law. And I believe that we are supposed to be giving. We are supposed to be nice. We are supposed to be kind. We are supposed to be generous. We are supposed to be like
But then,
Tolerant, very tolerant.
No. Then you have the time when you're supposed to be vicious, right? So everybody really forgets that. It's like it's a duality. So it's basically like fishing, right?
Oh,
okay. So
fishing.
Yeah, okay. So when you go fishing, right? You throw your line out there, right?
Mhm.
So now you got to be more knowledgeable, right? But now your intent is to your intent is to feed yourself, but it's to murder also. You hear me?
I
But
mean,
no,
that you're
I
taking
know,
it to that
nah, it's
vegan
not.
level
No, it's
of
not.
bullshit
I'm not
because
saying
vegans
no.
don't want to kill any animals.
No, okay. So we talk about
We have to kill
vegetables.
animals. Killing animals is part of fucking life. That's in the Bible too.
So breathing. So basically, it's like you know what? You're supposed to have a balance. It's not too good. It's not too bad.
I think you're taking it a little too far.
Really?
No, I do. I do
Nah.
think. I think that if you go anywhere, if you stray anywhere outside of the word, I really do question. What are we doing? Because for me, watching this film, all I could think about was how far away from Christ the woke side of the Democrats has gone. How far away from anything that is righteous, to now manipulate and perverse what was already human nature and natural.
Yeah.
We could see color, okay? We can see cultural differences. We know that we are all different and unique. They tell us we're all special all the time. However, how can you actually sit here and try to make yourself the superior person or the expert on something that has just come about? Now, I want to go back to Roots. Now, that's very interesting you brought that up because we have a Roots picture somewhere in here. There's Roots somewhere up in here.
No.
There is, isn't?
No. So I never liked the Roots, right?
I thought you had a picture of Donald Glover somewhere in here.
Donald Glover was in the Roots.
Donald Glover.
No, it wasn't.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover was in the Roots.
Danny Glover was in Roots.
He was young.
Danny Glover was in Roots.
Tell me.
Nuh-uh.
I'm telling you. James from Good Times was in Roots.
Roots cast. All right. However, I'll say this. I wasn't alive to really watch Roots.
And so that's the whole point, right? So this society grows on people that wasn't alive, right? So there's dead people that come in this living world, right? And they don't know anything. So my thing is like when you get older, you start to understand like, oh, it's all BS. It's like to me, it's like the Watchmen when the guy he's like, it's all a joke. This shit is all a joke, right? Everybody's doing like everybody is fascinated with things that's not within them. You know what I mean?
Danny Glover wasn't in Roots.
I told you. I know. Look, Danny Glover is kind of young.
Anyways, you were right. I was so wrong.
Is it okay? It's okay.
I
was there.
No, but that's a good.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But I was there.
That's a really good point too, though, because my generation has little to no information. And we also get a lot of misinformation. Like we get a lot of freaking memes that tell us our information that are just wrong, and we believe the memes. That's our fault. I'm working on it. So
yeah, that's hilarious.
so we basically, all right. Look, I think I could go for another 15 minutes. It's been 30 minutes so far.
That's great.
Yeah. So I could go for another 15 minutes on this shit, but I do want to address Roots and just kind of reflect on that as a person who wasn't there for the part where it came out and like the cultural like shift or drama happened, because I know it won a lot of awards. I know it was very emotional, but I still distinctly recall hearing from others who watched it in theaters and was there when it came out and was promoted that even then white women took the forefront of this fucking thing and decided to tell people how to act and police people on how to behave. If he could have redid this movie would have been about Karens.
Well, so basically, like
it would have been about Karens. And I'm sorry, white women. I'm not, look, I'm white too. I'm also white, so I can say this.
So white is a status. It's not a color. See that? So that's the whole thing. When people talk about the white and they really forget like it's so America doesn't teach you that, right? So America teaches you what they want, right? And these are from people that's like, hey, you forgot who you was, right? And I'm gonna teach you to forget who you are. right?
Mhm.
So basically, is so the word sometimes gets you in trouble, right? Yeah,
Right.
because I'm teaching you the word. Like, here's the word. This is you, right? You're like, "What? Yo, you kind of subject me, right? And
Right.
you like that's not me. They're like, no, that's you, right? You like, I'm a color, I'm a crayon. They're like,
Right.
so basically, it's more like, no, like, first of all, you're a person, right?
Yeah.
So they don't allow you to do that. So they bring you into this war, right? The war that's not you're not even supposed to be in it, right? So now it's like who want to win the war, right? You're like, I didn't even want to fight. Nope. Yo, listen, you got to participate whether you want or not. So with this guy, he was kind of saying, a lot of people was ashamed, right? They was ashamed of something they wasn't even part of, right? But they get benefits from it. I get it, right? So they're ready, saying some people was ready to hurt themselves.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, it's like even him, right? So he was like, how can I submit myself? So the joke is like, how can I really submit myself to this machine, right? That requests of for me to always do as they say. How can I be right? Right? Tell me, it's like
How can you be right when they keep moving the
th-
goalpost? How can you be, getting no, yeah, absolutely. And that is where you go wrong. That's where you go wrong. Okay. Adopting the labels that have been given to you or thrust upon you is where people go wrong most of the time. Uh and shortly, after the civil rights era, they came out with the African American. As far as I'm concerned, you know, African American is an excellent descriptor of people who are from Africa and moved to America. As far as people who were born in America, they should be called Americans.
right.
However, being Black and African American is now synonymous, you know.
So what about people born in England that came from, what I'm saying, like they came here? Are they England Americans?
Right.
So yeah,
They
yeah. Is it
so
Russian American?
let me
Yeah.
answer that. Let me answer that. And I'll be direct. I have a friend from church. Okay, we go to mass together, whatever, whatever. He's probably watching right now. Hey, G. And he's from Congo. Well, rather, he's Congolese. And his family emigrated to Belgium. So actually, his first language is Belgian. Is that a
Right.
language? And his first language is, he's raised in Belgium up until he moved to America. Him and all his siblings were born in Belgium, but he's Congolese. You look at this guy, American accent, not obviously Euro, not obviously any different from the next guy, other than just being Black and African and looking such. You know, he would probably write on a piece of paper, or if they had an option, a box to check. And so many damn boxes now, but they still don't have enough boxes. He would have to check Belgio American.
See,
He would check Belgio American off. And if he was in Belgium, he'd probably just be Belgian. He wouldn't be Afro Belgian. There's something to be said for the labeling that has gone on and on and on and on. And we Black people, this is my call out before my time is up. This is my call out. We do have to stop labeling everything. I get you. Like, you want to be specific amongst your family and friends and yourself. But at this point, we cannot anymore accept being labeled homogeneously. That is where the issue with reparation lies. That's the main issue. A lot of people expect that there will be some type of DNA test to prove that
see,
your people have been here X amount of years. That's not even going to work either. That's not going to work either.
but that's right there. So that right there is more saying like, okay, who's the inheritance of this place, right? So basically, that's a deal that happened, right? So it's some people jump on it. Remember, it's capitalism, right? People are like, give me money, right? You like, what'd you do for that money, right? No, just give me money, right? So it's like now people are saying, nah, give me what I deserve, right? If you got that big house, right? So this how sharecrop became about, right? And people
Mhm.
don't really understand it's like shit. So shit. So the whole thing of sharecropping and the whole thing of slavery came with people. They sent this. They sent what's me. So they sent out a notice. Hey, if you want to work this job, right? If you come here, we will give you land, right? We will give you. It's like we'll give you all this stuff if you come here, right? So what happened is they got caught up in renege. People other people they man, I ain't give you nothing now. So basically, like they didn't go home. They stood here. They could have went back home, but they stood. There's a lot of people, right? That talk about. So when in the movie, this lady's talking about, oh well, America should burn. But I'm like, well, you should go back home, right? There's no disrespect,
Right.
So basically, because
no, I'm on the tip. I'm on the tip of if you don't like it, leave.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And I think white women should go back to Europe.
Yeah, so to me, that's what
but not just all of them. Just like if you don't like it, you should leave. If you don't want to, that's another thing that's going on in this fucking world. Why the fuck are people doing things they don't want to do? Why are they doing that?
Because it's legitimate. You follow. You don't have self-awareness.
And the only the only person we should obey, the only thing we need to obey is the Lord. Okay, that's about it. In my book, and this country used to believe that kind of stuff. Yeah. This country used to be propped up on those very, very solid beliefs, and they were uniform. And because we have vilified those who have died to create this privilege we all have. If there's any privilege we want to talk about, it's not white. It's American. It's American privilege. I have to be honest with you. I am blessed. I am grateful. I am lucky to have been born in this body in this country. And I am so, so, so grateful. Anyone who is not needs to either reevaluate where they are, mentally, or leave.
Well, sometimes
get yourself out of. If you're uncomfortable here, go.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel Americans.
It's chaos. Don't get me wrong. No, it's convoluted. It's chaos, and it's a little bit perverted.
But if you go somewhere else, right?
It's the same shit.
Yeah, right, and it may be worse, right? It's like you hear people start. This is the point about America, right? You complain. I'm like, well, go somewhere. When you go somewhere else and you live there, you start really appreciating the shit that you don't have. Right. So there's a bunch of wine. Right. I'm like, yo, it was hard. The place we at now wasn't easy. It was hard. It was a hard life, right? Now y'all got it a little easier, but now y'all whining about everything. It's like, yo, no, like, So if you think about it, right? Diapers, right?
Diapers.
Yeah.
What are you about to say about diapers?
I'm saying diapers, right?
I'm
going to make that simple. I want to make it simple, right? So diapers, right? Hey, shut up. So diapers, right? Diapers used to be cloth.
Right.
Yeah.
Fabric.
And people should wash them.
Yeah.
Right. And then they came up with this thing with disposable diapers. You don't even have to wash the shit no more. You don't have, you know what? You can throw the shit out, right? Now the cost goes up now, but you don't have to do the work.
Right.
But now you complain. Oh, like, yo, it used to be worse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not understanding. Like what you complaining about is because you're not working as hard.
Right.
So you forgot that people did. You don't even fathom, like, yo, how did people do this before diapers?
Absolutely. Oh, when I had my first kid, I said to myself, how the fuck were we cavemen? There's no way we were cavemen hiding from fucking saber-toothed tigers and mountain lions and fucking woolly mammoths, and this baby's crying. Well, anyways, that's a different topic. I think we've derailed this review a little bit. Let me bring it back. Really quick. All right.
So she got Hotep on me.
Hold on. No, I told you
I'm joking with you.
This may as well be Hotep headquarters. Look at it.
So she don't understand that these are natural things. Well, everything's natural.
I'm not knocking it. It's not an insult.
No. What I'm
saying, it's a location
description.
No,
see, that's the point, right? I'm like, no, it's what it is, right? So in an information place, right? So what do you call the library? The library or a lighthouse?
Of what?
Would you call the library or lighthouse?
What? Called what a library? This place?
No, a library. A place where they store books and information. Would you call that a library or a lighthouse?
A library. So, it's a books. They've got books for. So what are you talking about?
So basically, they should call it a lighthouse.
What?
So they should call it a lighthouse because they was bringing light to your mind.
And you don't think you sound like a Hotep?
So the White House. What do you think the White House is
You
about?
really
Wait,
think you don't?
No,
Anyways,
no, it's not a Hotep.
I'm the
that's what it
Hotep
was.
princess. You are
So what is
watching.
so a lighthouse, right? When you get lost, that's what the lighthouse shows you.
Let me try. Let me try this one more time.
Hotep.
You're watching Chelly Chainsaw live at Hotep headquarters, and I am the Hotep princess.
We got the lion print on it.
All right. Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Africa, you know what I mean?
All right, back to this movie review. Solid movie. How many stars out of 5?
So what it is now I see the genius of it, but I don't like that he didn't take the risk. He didn't take the brave risk,
He
right?
played it safe.
Yeah. So I gotta really say it's like a 2 to 3, right? No, you gotta understand. Like for me, because I'm like, you know what? Because if you're gonna show out, show out. That this is my, say in when I was telling her earlier, I'm like, I wanted to see more of him, right? More him be himself, and more I wanted him to go more into like he has a side character that he only showed like twice, and I'm like, well, let us know, a little bit more about him, right? You know what I mean? With y'all interactives. So like he did he did great interviews, right? And he would jab at people a little bit, but not enough. Like so basically he would jab at, okay, yeah, you righteous, but I'll pay you this money and you're not that righteous. So he wouldn't
take it further.
Yeah,
he made them he made them highlight their own convolution. And I agree on that. However, if he had highlighted it himself, it would have been a little bit more visceral. It would have been a lot more attacking. And the reason it didn't hit as hard is because no one's going to critique themselves when they want to be on the right side of history.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying.
Being on the right side of history is just a concept. It is a concept created to divide people further so that when they do put us all into some type of AI slavery where we don't have to work, but we all have to clock into our stupid jobs, right?
That's the work.
No, we don't have we don't have paychecks, but we still work, and the corporation owns our house and stuff. That shit.
That's slavery.
That AI shit, right? When they do put us into that, somebody can feel good about themselves having voted for this.
Yeah, once again, so you're crazy, right? You forgot what natural, so the whole thing, you forgot what is natural. Like, respect other things, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't think that everything's so like the movie, right? Me rating it, right? It's like, hey, I came with my expectation, but then as we talk, I'm like, yo, it was genius because he did show some parts. You just had to think about it, right? It's like, no, do your own thinking, right? I'm not going to tell you how to think. You do your own thinking. So basically, it's like, okay, I get it. It was brilliant in that aspect, right? But I'm like, nah, look, show me something like, like I don't know, because basically, like everybody knows that people have these these stereotypes or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and everybody wants to be in charge. Like, so basically, like everybody wants to be the preacher, right? Everybody wants to be Moses, right? And I'm like, I get it, right? But how many Moses do we have? How many Messiahs do we have on this world, in this world right now?
Honestly, what do you mean Messiah?
Well, people that lead.
Was Moses a Messiah? He was Messiah at the time, before Jesus.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So basically, it's like there's so many now, right? And everybody like, yo, come over here, come on. I'm like, well, look, like it's hard to keep on following people that like. So it's like con. Everybody's conning. It's like, nah, I got kids, and I tell them, I need you to grow for yourself, right? You have your own mind. We could talk, right? But the greatest power, right, is you knowing thyself. This is not no hope. Is know thyself, right? Once you know thyself, then the world, then the world is just a part of yourself, right? You create. But once the world creates you, you are with the world's creation.
Bro, honestly, that made no fucking sense. But really? Yeah, but like,
no, that made perfect sense. You need to understand. That's the point. The point is like if everything in the world, right, it's programming you. You haven't programmed yourself. So basically,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so make
Okay.
like so basically it's like have the freedom course, right? Freedom course, and not being free.
You should sell a freedom course.
Once again, like the
Based
lady did. Oh,
based
yeah,
off this
yeah. See,
movie.
yep,
Okay. Final.
yeah.
We're gonna do final
I
thoughts.
told you the same thing.
We're gonna do final thoughts,
Uh,
and I'm gonna give it a star rating.
right.
Out of 5 stars, I would give it. I would give it 4. And the reason I would give it 4 is because I believe now, in your opinion, he pulled his punches because it was a strategic move. And you believe that that was a misstep. I actually believe that pulling your punches was the right move. I believe it was strategic in the advantageous way as a creative or as a director slash producer. Now, pulling your punches allows for dialogue like this. If you tell people what to think, then they can't think for themselves. All he did was present the information without his opinion in it necessarily. Yeah, he had a character, and yeah, he had a subject and a topic. It was relevant, right? It wasn't a vacuum. However, he stopped short. You were sitting there in the theater like, is there going to be more? Is there going to be more? But there wasn't. And that's because it would have satiated the human need, especially the American need, to be told what to do. We are a country of law and order. I swear it is natural. It is only natural for us to want to listen to someone who seems to be the authority on a subject. That is only natural, right? And as a director, you make the choice. Am I going to fully bring people in, or am I just going to tease them into my like mindset? Because you don't know if people are ready for that. And this thing is going to go all over the country, all over the nation. So many millions of people are going to view this and have already seen it. And they're going to shift their thinking slightly now because of that film. Not You don't need to convert people. This is what they teach you in church. If you're an evangelist type of person and you like to recruit people, you want to shepherd people into your church, your flock, blah 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 with Jesus. They kind of teach you when you're encouraging others to follow Christ that all you need to do is be around them, be present. You don't have to do too much. Everyone's so adverse to being indoctrinated by Jesus, right? But they're not adverse to being indoctrinated the other way. And what he was able to do was almost like a gospel to indoctrination for the woke mind virus cult.
So that's what I said.
And the woke
Yeah,
mind
yeah,
virus cult,
yeah.
they have literally taken over this country and perverted what is righteous and what is good. They commit very heinous acts in the under the guise of righteousness, not much different from terrorists and the exact people they claim to hate. Okay. So to that point, I stand on my 4 stars because the reason he didn't get that extra star is because it could have been longer and I did want more. Right? I did want more. I'm so greedy. I'm,
So I know,
insatiable. Insatiable. It's his fault that I'm suffering because I want more.
No, no, yeah, but if you present yourself right, it's like a meal, right?
It was delicious.
No, no, I'm like, nah, I want, I know a four course meal, right? And I pay for that, right? So what I want is, I want the salad, you know what I'm saying? I want the dressing, I want the bread, all that, right? What he did was give me a fast food meal. I said, I'm like, yo, that was good,
Right.
bro. I'm like, that was good, but bro, I'm still hungry.
I bet you know what? I bet Matt Walsh would agree with this. He was very much leading a horse to the water, but he could not make it drink. It is up to you to drink it. Now, at the
That's what I
same
said.
time,
That's a genius
at the
part.
at the same time though, this ain't Kool-Aid. And for those who are just not intelligent enough, they'll think this is Kool-Aid. If you are part of the woke cult and woke culture,
yeah.
if you're part of that and you really like are condemning people because of their color of their skin and you're just like alienating your community and like hostile and intolerant as though but wear those things as your badge, like as if you're a peaceful and tolerant person, you would have watched this and you would have taken away that everything that it would have confirmed everything you already feel. That's what I said earlier. If you are part of, this cult that thinks that we're gonna solve this issue of labels and freaking
No, by putting on labels, that's not a solve.
no,
So
no, our
yeah,
issue right now is as simple as labels. In this country, as people who need to stand up together to fight uh being being pinned under the cap, like
he
not even the
said it. He
capitalist,
said
not
it.
even the capitalist, being pinned under the corporation,
There you go.
right? Capitalism isn't even that fucking bad, all right? But being stuck beneath the thumb of these corporations, if you're somebody who recognizes that, no matter what color you are, no matter what side of the fence you are on for politics, if you understand that, then you should be able to receive that message from this movie. Otherwise, if you're in the mindset that it was white people who did this and made this way on purpose with the intent to develop the KKK, then you have lost like the mission. Like the KKK was gonna happen anyways.
Well, it is. It's never deceased to be. Like
It was gonna happen anyways.
no, no. So it's
It was
like
gonna
no.
happen anyways, and because it exists, it has birthed, more hate. Hate was gonna happen anyways. But if you can reconfigure
So I don't
what
think
it
the KKK
means,
is wrong. I don't think it's wrong. To
if
me,
you
it's
can,
love, right? Well, see, everybody understand, okay?
okay, I didn't say that.
I said it. I said it, right? And I don't. So basically, it's like I don't condemn somebody for saying they love, but when you so there's people that hate people for no reason.
Did I tell you that I was hanging out at karaoke with the Grand Wizard's wife?
And did they hate you?
No, she was a grandma. She
So
she she
once again,
wanted to tell me
once again, yeah. So
specifically
once
that she
again,
did not hate me.
this is what I'm trying to
She
explain to
pulled
you.
me to the side and she
So once
specifically
again, I'm
told
trying to
me,
explain to you,
she
like
was
it's a
like,
love. It's just
I
like
don't know what my husband be on, but I
yeah,
like you. And I was
yeah.
like,
This is what I'm trying to say. It's like
girl,
no,
nobody asked.
not
Like nobody asked.
but so
Keep that to
basically,
yourself.
yeah. But on the real one, if you get them to really tell it their truth, right? It's like you program me, and all I want to do is be a part of something, right? So if you grow up in a if you grow up in this ignorant thing, right, you'll learn ignorance. So basically, but this if all right, so if your family name, right?
Mhm.
If you grow up in your family, you saying it's my family against everybody else. Is that wrong?
I think it is fucking wrong.
How
Yeah, I do think it's wrong.
how?
Now hold on. I'm not a freaking one of those one world order fucking people.
I'm not saying
But
more.
I believe that Jesus would never want us to be pitted against each other in such that we are so close. Why would I was telling somebody the other fucking day. You know what I don't mess with? People who prepare my food. If I'm going somewhere, I'm gonna be nice as fuck to everybody.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I be rude to my neighbor?
You
Why
see?
would I want to pit myself against my neighbor?
Yeah,
That's why gangs don't make sense to me.
yeah.
Cults don't make sense to me. That's why
Yes.
pushing people out and like penalizing them, putting them in this box of this evil category, unless they're like the most like real actual heinous kind of shit, like the real
Yeah, the
heinous
crime. Yeah,
shit,
the
the
crime.
crime, the
Yeah, yeah.
actual crime. I don't see why I should be nasty to someone who literally lives a couple doors down and is and in my opinion is wrong. If you're wrong, it's just my opinion.
So
Like
that's just what I'm trying to say. So basically, it's like, you can think what the hell you want, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, people get together and they do what they want. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, yo, if you want to dress up, that's you. I'm not mad at you. And now for me to be like, yo, y'all dressing up, oh, whatever. That's what y'all like doing on Fridays or Saturday. I don't know. Y'all got a weird coat. I don't judge it. My thing is more like, okay, that's you, but I'm gonna do me, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and that's what what I'm saying. I I respect just like this picture, right? So it's not that I didn't think it was great. I respected. I wanted more from him. Not as a white man, right? But as a performer, right? So I'm sitting there, I want, and honestly, I just wanted more of him, right? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's more. It's like, bro, make me forget, right? You know what I'm saying?
Take me on this journey with you. But that's another thing you got to know about this guy. He's very much a documentarian. He is not exactly a performer. He is not. That's why he got caught in the middle of his own documentary for being himself. He's not a good
Yes.
performer.
Yeah.
Now hold on. Don't get me wrong. I don't trust performers, actors, a little tricky because they be acting too much. Now, actually, I think that's why it was so good.
That's what I said.
Because he admitted
That's what I said.
where he admitted at the stopping point at which it would have become performative and actually gone against his ideals. He stopped before he took it too far. If you're part of the woke mind, you would have thought like, oh, too far means he doesn't want that girl to self-flagellate. But no, in reality, on the creative's perspective and for like people who are thinking outside of the fucking box, people who've actually ventured outside the box and came back because the box was comfortable, you would see that he was stopping himself from telling you what to think.
Yeah.
Because that goes against his ideas.
Yes. Yeah. So once again, so basically it's like
that's real tolerance. That's true tolerance.
Yeah. So basically they got cameras, right? They got cameras in this place, right? Everywhere they have the cameras, right? People knew the camera was on them. And yet and still they was like, you're an actor? Like what are cameras in here for? Like, don't you see that like now you mad at me? Do you not know that there's cameras here? And you had to sign some agreement.
Heck yeah, to get your everybody in there signed their life away without even reading the fine print. So they can there was a lot of people upset with him in this movie, which is really fucking funny. All right, we have 5 minutes left. We've been going for an hour.
Yeah, okay, we can stop.
We could go for 2 hours.
I know. But it to me is like I like independent movies, right? You know.
Yeah, this was great. This was an indie movie, only showing in select theaters. Go to amiRacist.com or Google Am I Racist ? And you can find a theater near you playing it. It's not going to be out for long in theater, but it was worth going to the theater. I haven't been to theater in a long time. And what?
Wait a minute, the new theaters, right?
Oh, we love the theater. They renovated our theater, our old rinky-dink one.
You know what? I don't like. You know what I don't like, right? And this is my opinion, right? The lady at the front thing, the person that get your ticket is no more. You buy it's all in one shop. It's not. I guess I'm used to the old school, right? But they do have more room now.
I'll tell you what I'll tell you what does grind my gears. All right, about movies, we're gonna complain about theaters. These little wispy tickets. Where's my little stub?
Let me see.
I want a stub.
Oh, that's crazy.
I want a stub where I can tear it off, and it sounds.
Pretty good though.
You hear that tear sound on that stub, and it tells you. See? And you got a little thing. It says the date and time. It looks like a little concert ticket. What happened to the stubs?
Nostalgia is the magic. See,
this is whack. So
look, there's no face and nothing on it, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes you got that the ticket name, nostalgic. See, this is the. So to me, this is the cheapest generation ever. They don't want to give you good memories, right? They just want to dictate to you, right? I'm like, but hey, if you're gonna dictate, give me something, hey, give me something back. No, we want more and give you less.
All right. If you guys want us to do more movie reviews, let us know down in the comments. If you guys want us to talk about a subject, let us know down in the comments. I mean, we could talk about anything. And we both have a lot to say. And also, if you have anything to add to this, please comment in the comments, share with your friends, or DM us. Okay, you can DM here live on YouTube. That's Fingers to Fist. That's the YouTube for today. And you can also DM me or message me. I am on X. Tweet me, please. I'm on X at Indoctrinate. That's NDKTRN8. And I'm also on Instagram at Chainsaw Chelly. And yourself?
Instagram, HR Diehard. And TikTok, what is it? So this the old man stuff.
What is that? TikTok?
Yeah. How you go to the what's name?
All right. Let me help you, Grandpa.
See that? Look at that. Look, they make shit that
Grandpa Hotep over here and the Hotep Princess. Get it right, guys.
HR Diehard. Same thing.
HR Diehard. Don't show them that.
What? I'm not gonna show them.
They're not gonna be able to see the screen. It's too bright.
I'm saying.
ASR Diehard on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on and on and on and on and
that's how
on.
we gotta do it. The point is, if we want it, we gotta create it.
Right.
Not wait for people so they could they could say this is this, and I'm like, that's not that. What it is what I'm making.
That's right. All right. I'm gonna give you your final. You have any final fucking thoughts? Because your ass is gonna be keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, that's from quiet. Quiet.
All right. Thank you so much for watching us here on YouTube today. This was crazy. This was one of our first YouTube lives. Thank you for all the support over the years for Fingers to Fist. We love you guys. If you are an artist and you do want to sit here at this fucking round table and you do know your shit, come on up. Come on up. We'll put you in the ring. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Also, shout out to all of our supporters, past and present. Yeah. We love you guys. Too, it has been amazing. We've been doing this now for about 2 years, 3 years. About two. Yeah, about 2.5 years. It's been amazing. It has been a wild freaking ride. I love you guys. This is Chainsaw Chelly. You can find me on YouTube at The Happy Chainsaw. Signing out. Bye.
Bye. That was good. I like that. Yeah, that was good.